It's Thursday night. Well, how about that? Hey, everybody. Mad Dog DeCipio and Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman, on a Thursday night. When you're scratching your head. Pitbull, your Monday and Tuesday crew.
Right?
We are. But tonight, we've got some special announcement to make. So we're here on a Thursday to brighten your midweek up. What do you say about that? How are you, Pitbull? How are you?
I'm too good. I'm sorry I'm late. I could have sworn it said 7, so it's my fault. I'm very sorry.
We'll talk about that off the air.
I'm very sorry.
Oh, you're going to be very sorry when we get off the air. Okay. Well, let's tell everybody why we're here tonight. Let's first of all, welcome everybody to What's the Buzz America's Popcast on a Thursday night. Interesting night of the week. Where I'm not even used to it myself. My whole feng shui was thrown off today. I did a promo spot this morning, a little commercial for the station, and I forgot like where the hell I was. I forget like what am I doing? Am I going there? Or are they coming here? No, they're coming here. So yeah, I said this morning, I said thanks, folks. Let me join you. Oh, no, wait. I don't want to join you. You join me. Join me tonight at 7 p.m. And
sounds like me stumbling my words when I go live.
It's my whole morning was like that. It's just I'm not used to it. See, this whole Thursday thing.
Yeah.
Threw me way off.
Well, we used to be on Thursdays, but we got so used to being on Monday and Tuesdays that
we used to do Tuesday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't done that in
almost a year at least, right?
Yeah. A long time.
Mm-hmm.
But we are back on the Thursday night. It's just for tonight, guys.
Yep.
Just for tonight.
Yes.
Because we've got a lot coming up. So, first of all, how the hell are you? And why are you late?
I'm so sorry about that.
You only live right up the street, okay? You live right up the friggin' street. You couldn't get here in time?
Well, I had a lot going on today, so we just we had to fix our car. I had to work a little bit late, and then we had some
Let me show you something.
Patience.
See this?
Yes.
It's called a phone. It works. Use it.
And you don't let me using it, but during our podcast. So yeah, I understand. I apologize for being late.
Text, pick up the phone and hit the buttons and dial the number.
Okay. I apologize on live air that I was late.
She was.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very strict and I'm regimented.
Yes.
6:30 you have to be here.
Mm-hmm. And
if you're later than that, we're going to have issue.
And according to my phone, all I saw was 7 o'clock. So you must have sent a message later to say 6:30, which I did not see. So that's my.
We always go on the air at 7, Million. You know that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. But since you apologized on the air, I'll forgive you.
Thank you.
And if I don't, I'm going to look like an asshole. Everybody knows I'm a sweet, nice guy, and I'm never.
Yes, you are.
You better shut your mouth, girl.
I said you were.
All right. Good. So, we're here today to tell everybody we have some changes coming to the lineup.
Yes.
And we're going to talk a little bit about the shows we did in the recent past. We just finished up. We're not quite finished. We still have, I think, 2 more episodes to go in our prophecy series, our Bible series we're doing with Pastor Steve. A great guest, by the way. Pastor Steve Kwiatkowski and Union Church are amazing folks. We had a heck of a Bible study last night, but you guys that were trying to watch Bible study and you had to turn your head like this,
like that.
It's because my friend Tom put the camera up the wrong way.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and the whole service was sideways. You had to watch it what the hell did he do?
Well, I just watched it like I do, like our podcast. I just listened. I put my phone
Well,
down.
no, what you do is just take your phone and flip your phone around because it was. I don't know what he did. I said, "What did you do?" The whole service was sideways.
Hmm. It's
Oh,
the way you aim your camera.
service.
Hmm.
It was. Did you watch it?
Yes, it's the way you aim your camera. Sometimes though, when you hit like that, you have to like aim it a certain way.
Did you see how amazing my questions were?
Yes, you
Always.
you should be up there preaching yourself.
We're working on it.
Good.
We're working on it. But that's for another show. Anyway, let me tell everybody. We have a couple of interesting shows coming up yet. We still have, I believe, we have a show on brainwashing
Yes, that's
that
the
we're
next week
doing.
coming up. Hmm.
Yeah, and that's going to be, is that a 2 night show,
Yeah,
Amelia, that we
it is.
decided?
Yeah,
That's a 2 nighter, right? Okay.
yeah. We
So,
decided to go ahead and do that for like a 2 night because that way we wanted to get the point across to people and see if they had actually to the prophecies and all of that too, but that's going to be coming up later on. But of course, on Mischief Night, like you said, we're going to do reruns because we want to keep an eye on the children, make sure they're safe on our in our neighborhoods. So
yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that weekend. So
Yeah, we have a couple really good shows coming up. We're going to tell everybody about it. So let's
mhm.
go through what we got.
Yes,
First of all, the last few weeks have been really remarkable with Pastor Steve Kwiatkowski
yes,
from Union Anglican Church. It's a Protestant church, a Union Protestant church in Clementon, New Jersey. Um, and just to prove that people do watch this show and people do listen, while we were on the air last night, I put Pastor Steve's number up, and didn't somebody call him?
yes, they did. They called them for help. They
Yeah,
were
they sure
asking for
did.
help. Hmm.
They called for help, and I mean, as soon as I put his number up, it was crazy.
Yes,
Pastor Steve's a pretty smart guy. He also happens to be my nephew.
yes.
Um, I've I've been a part of their family for, oh God, like 35. Oh my God, I'm giving my age, but 34 years.
Hmm.
Because Pastor Steve was 6 years old.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he was 6. Now he towers over me, the little bastard. Yes, so that's not hard to do because when you're 5'3", everybody's bigger than you.
oh.
Yeah, I'm 5'3 and a half. That's okay, but
But you're a smart guy, so
I'm little and I'm smart and I'm cute. See,
yeah.
and I'm humble. Damn it.
Yes,
All right.
very humble.
Yeah, not.
And you're passionate for what you do. That's also
I'm very passionate about what I do.
yes.
Let me tell everybody what's coming up here.
Mhm.
The last few weeks we have been heavily concentrating on scripture, prophecy, the mark of the beast, the book of Revelations, your biblical stuff.
Yes, and
And we
Jesus
do it,
and his life, his
yeah,
work.
from time to time we do that, which is pretty cool.
Hmm.
Because we have really interesting discussions with Pastor Steve. Well, we're going to bring that series to a close for a short time because Amelia and I, we really want to get back into doing some hard-hitting shows about the elections, politics.
Yes.
We want to bring back our friends Tamara Thorne and Alistair Cross, great authors, especially here in October because this is the Halloween season.
Yes.
And I mean, Halloween, it's only 2 weeks away.
It is. It's only a couple weeks away.
It really is. This whole month
Hmm.
just blew by.
It did. It's like you
really blew
blink
by.
and boom, there it is.
Oh man, did it. It
Yeah.
just blew by. And then I think let me see where we at here. On Halloween, we're going to do a couple of special shows. Now, Mischief Night on the 30th, October 30th, we're doing a special, kind of funny thing. I'm not used to being interviewed. I'm used to the one doing the interviewing.
Yes.
But I was interviewed by a pretty well-known horror film director. named Slasher Scotty McCoy. And he's an independent film director, but his movies are all over the place.
Oh yes, they
And you
are.
see them on Netflix and Tubi TV and,
Hmm.
on what is that other one? Amazon Original.
Hmm.
And all this. I mean, he's all over the place.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Hulu, right?
Yes.
And so he sat down with me and interviewed me. I went, "What the hell do you want to talk to me for?" And like, you got, like famous people you can talk to. What the hell you want to talk to me for? He goes, "Well, you are pretty well known.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, among the prison set."
No.
I'm kidding. But
No, because like a lot of directors, things like that, actors yourself. So yeah.
well, and that's true because we've had a number of my friends on the show, actors, singers, dancers, impressionists, comedians.
Hmm.
We've had them on the show. And you can go back and watch these shows. They're, by the way, we're approaching. It's even hard to think about this, but we're approaching our 500th show
Wow.
in about
Amazing.
3 weeks. I think 3-4 weeks. We're going to hit the 500 mark. That's nuts to me.
I know, that's fantastic. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and you're a big part of that. You know that?
Oh,
You really are. Because I think people listen just to hear me holler at you.
I think so too. Just now, he got on to
Exactly.
me for being late, but I deserve that one.
Yeah. Look, keep being late. It's good for the ratings. No.
Right? But don't forget that in November we're also gonna have daylight changing time. So that is when the
Yeah, no,
time's gonna go back an hour.
daylight savings time is going to go back.
Yes.
Now, they were supposed to stop that.
Yeah, they were supposed to leave it like where it is gonna change to now. They were gonna
Yeah,
leave it like that.
but I think they decided not to do that. They're going to
Correct.
do it the old way.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's good. Well, you know what? Everybody's used to that anyway.
Oh yeah. I am so.
So we had these conversations in the last, like 8-9 weeks, and it's been at least a couple of months.
Hmm.
Probably 9 weeks of because it's a 12-week series that we're doing, and we've already gotten because we got three more episodes left.
Correct.
3 weeks left, and so Pastor Steve has been here walking us through, doing a great job too, by
Yes.
the way, walking Amelia and I through this crazy world called the Bible, and there's a lot to learn. And there's a
Absolutely.
lot to know. And luckily, thank God, I know it pretty well. And even Amelia, who doesn't know it super well, is learning a lot.
Yes.
And
And of
I think
course
I
I
can
have
say that.
yeah, and I have a couple of stories or so to tell later on too about my experience and why
Yeah, and we're
I
going
have
to
that.
talk about that because
Hmm.
I'm doing a whole show about you.
Yeah.
Um, no, we already talked about it.
Yeah. Hmm.
So let me ask you, let's talk about the last 8-9 weeks.
Yes.
Your thoughts on these kind of shows. You think you want to continue with these spiritual kind of shows?
I think so. I mean, the audience loves it. They listen in, they tune in, and they give us their feedback. And also, I learn a lot as well because I'm learning from somebody that actually knows what they're talking about, and I don't have to have somebody saying, "Listen to me," that is not a false prophet.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of feedback, ladies and
Mhm.
gentlemen, Amelia received a rather interesting email from a viewer. Now, you can tell them or I can tell them. I
You
think
go ahead.
it's coming out of your mouth.
Oh my goodness. Um, you go ahead. That was funny.
Amelia got
'Cause
a
I
fan
don't get the
mail.
emails. You do.
Amelia got a fan mail from, and I'm not making this up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this. I promise you, I'm not making this up. From a person named Clint Taurus. Clint Taurus. Think about what I'm saying to you. You're laughing, Amelia, because you know. I had to think about that for about 5 seconds.
Hmm.
And then it hit me. His Clint Taurus clitoris is
Yeah.
what, okay. So he says, can you can you tell Amelia, how did it say it? can you tell Amelia to wear more low-cut shirts because she's got great boobs or something like that? Wasn't it something like that?
Yes, and
I busted out laughing, and it was Clint Torres at yahoo.com. And thank you, Clint. So I'm going to tell her right there on the air, Amelia, for your fan, Clint. There you go.
Okay, it depends on what kind of show we're doing, but if we're doing a religious show, I don't think I can do that.
I was going to say, and that's why I laughed, because the shows that we were doing were spiritual and religious shows, and just to show you how somebody paid attention, they're looking at Amelia's cleavage rather than listening to Pastor Steve. So you have to wear turtlenecks now.
I have to wear turtlenecks now, okay? All the way just up here.
You're gonna have to wear like a scarf around your neck.
Yeah.
Straight down, or
especially when we do the religious shows.
Yeah, or like a T-shirt that comes up to your neck. Mm-hmm. Oh my God!
No more V-neck shirts.
we do get interesting fan mail, but that was the first one addressed to Amelia. Well, not the first one; it was the second one. The first one said, "Can you please tell Amelia to stop mumbling," or something to that effect.
Yeah, and I wasn't mumbling. I was getting mad at somebody, so I let them have it. But they still had to come on the air, and
she wasn't mumbling; she was pissed off.
Yeah,
and when she gets pissed off, her Spanish comes out because she's full-blooded Mexican. Mm-hmm. I know you can't tell because she's white as sheep.
Yeah, right.
But she is a full-blooded Mexican. So I'm darker than Amelia. Okay.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Yeah, and that person still hasn't wanted to confront me in the air. I've invited that person.
We think we know who it is, though. Mm-hmm. We think we know who it is. It's a regular viewer. So
if you still want to come on the air and come on, I still invite you. Come on.
Well, we'll see. The next time he comes on, I'll point him out to you.
Yeah.
Because he was on a couple days ago. So anyway, let's talk about the last couple of weeks. Really good shows. I think I agree with you. I think we're going to keep Pastor Steve doing these really hard-hitting spiritual shows, especially with the way the news has been lately.
That's what I was going to say, because I think everybody's going to lead a lot more prayer and thoughts and more loving person. And what better yet to have Pastor Steve on the show.
Because the news and the Bible, it seems like the more you watch the news now, the more it refers to the Bible in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, yes. And Israel still doesn't have any running water. They don't have any food for the people that are there. They hardly have any shelters to put the people that are homeless right now because of their homes being bombed.
And it's going to get worse.
Yes, it is. Worse. That's what they're saying right now.
It's going to get worse everywhere.
Yes.
Not just Israel and Palestine.
It's starting that way and it's coming this way.
Yeah. But that's how everything, look, if it starts in the Middle East, it does this, it mushrooms.
Yes.
It goes to the east, it goes to the west. When it comes to the west, that's when we always stick our 2 cents in.
Oh, yeah.
We always get ourselves in trouble, especially with this jackass that's in the White House.
That's what I was going to say. If you saw his interview in 60 Minutes, he was so stupid. I mean, I was like, oh my God, this person's actually talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lord. I'll tell you what. You know what, Amelia? It's 7:20. It's up our first break.
Yes.
Let's do this. We'll be right back.
Hey Max, what's going on? I'm X, and from this moment on, I'm going to be your own personal AI DJ on Spotify. Let's go. Up next, I know you've been on a summer song kick lately, so I went back for some of your old summertime favorites. See if it warms you up. Next up, some of the music you had on a lot back in 2018.
Do you think of me? Walking out there
All right, Max, let's get you out of your feels and switch up the vibe. You've been into dance music lately. I got this brand new release to get you moving. Introducing DJ, the best of Spotify made just for you, one tap away. Powered by AI, delivered by me, your very own DJ.
It's What's the Buzz, America's Best Popcast. Tonight on the record, what's coming up on What's the Buzz? I'm Mad Dog DeCipio, joined as I am by the late Amelia.
Late today.
The late Amelia Pitbull Chapman, 5 minutes late. So when we left off, and thanks to our friends at Spotify, when we last left off, we were talking about the number of news headlines that are corresponding to the Bible, and it's been really great having Pastor Steve Kwiatkowski here, particularly to be not only to be the beacon of information for us, but to kind of walk us through in like a common sense,
Yes.
Easy to understand way, because you can get lost.
Oh, absolutely.
Reading the Bible. I mean, there's a lot there.
Because you need like big words like that, he can actually break them down and tell you, okay, this is what that means.
Exactly. Exactly right. And that's why I cherish having Pastor Steve as part of our show. The other thing is there's a lot more shows like that planned. And so I think the fact that Amelia says, it's a good idea, and I think it's a great idea. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep that on for you guys. Now, next week, again, as I said, we have a couple of back-to-back shows, a two-parter on brainwashing. How society, social media, the news, newspapers, magazines, television, movies brainwash people into thinking that something is a certain way when it's not.
Even your job does that too, if you think about it.
Yeah, well, they've given a name to this, the Mandela effect.
Yes.
Okay. And that's whatever that is, the Mandela effect, and it's real. It does exist. We've done shows on it.
Yes.
A Mandela and the glitch in the matrix. We've done all that. But here's what it comes down to. It comes down to brainwashing. Think about when you go into a store and you pick up the label, right? And it's
correct.
New and improved. Improved formula. Okay, they've got you already thinking, oh, there's something special here. Guess what? There's nothing in ragu that's new and improved.
No,
it's the same spaghetti sauce they've been selling for 100 years.
Yeah, same exact stuff.
Okay? Look, because it's spaghetti sauce. And it's tomatoes and spices and stuff. Okay? Mm-hmm. And how fucking special do you think tomato sauce is?
Or like you're looking at the price, and all of a sudden you say, okay, $3.29. Okay, you're gonna pick it up, and then all of a sudden you're looking at $3.99.
That's new and improved, Amelia just pointed it out.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing new and improved is the higher price. That's it.
That's it.
But there are people who will swear to you. They'll swear to you that, oh my God, this tastes so good. Oh, look at that can of soup. It's a different can of soup, and it's so wonderful, and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. If you buy that, I got a running mate over here, Biden and Fetterman.
Mm-hmm.
It's a no-brainer, 2024.
Yeah.
If you believe that shit, then I've got a team that's a winner right here.
Right? Because just think
Joe
about
Biden
that.
And John Fetterman.
The name brand soup, and then you buy the store brand. It's the same thing. It's just you're buying the brand.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
That's all.
That's it.
Do you know? I'm gonna spill the beans on something.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Walmart?
Yes, absolutely.
You ever buy Walmart brand?
Yes.
Do you know who makes Walmart brand?
No.
The major distributors make Walmart brand. I'm going to tell you why. If you buy Walmart coffee,
mm-hmm.
you know who makes Walmart coffee? Maxwell House.
Wow. And that's my favorite coffee company is Maxwell House.
Yeah, well, guess what?
I'm buying Maxwell House.
Maxwell House and Walmart are the same coffee.
Wow.
You know what the difference is?
The price.
Different label, different price. Here's the thing. Maxwell House is still making your money, even on Walmart coffee. Because they make it.
Well, thank you for my coconut coffee, Maxwell House.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because that's where I go to my favorite.
There's nothing
coffee.
the point I'm trying to make to everybody
Mhm.
is that, that can of tomato soup that says great value, it's the same tomato soup that's in Campbell's,
Mm-hmm.
the name brand,
Yeah, it's the same ingredients as you're going to find in both.
or Progresso, or
Mhm.
any other famous brand of, whatever.
Yeah,
soup.
because that's why they put them side by side a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You find it
And did you ever notice a lot of times the labels look the same?
very much the same.
It's not an accident they do that. They're making this the same company. But that's how they brainwash you. They brainwash you into thinking that you're getting something, a better product at a cheaper price. I got news for you. They're getting the same product, but they're getting a higher price from an idiot who wants to pay it, and they're getting a lower price from somebody that wants to pay it. So the same company's making the money off of both products.
Yeah, and at the
You
same
understand how it
time,
works?
yeah,
Do you understand how simple a philosophy that is?
yep,
They win coming and going.
yeah, you're gonna pay either way the
Brainwash.
same price for something like
And
that.
and we're going to talk about brainwashing of another sort. How the news media manipulates social media. Do you know that there is only one news outlet in this country and everything else goes through it?
Hmm.
CBS News. CBS News is the official filter for the U.S. government. Everything goes through CBS News.
Unless you're CNN, which is fake news, like the President Donald Trump
Well,
said.
no, yeah, you know what CNN is? It's the concocted news network.
Yep,
You know,
that's why.
or the concocted network. I'm sorry, concocted news network, or
Right.
cockamamie news network.
Right, that's why he called it the fake news. He goes, "I'm not answering your question. You're the fake news people." That was so funny. Every time he tells them that, I just laughed, and they looked at him like, "What?"
I love Donald Trump.
Hmm.
I love Donald Trump. He calls them out. I'm not going to answer your question because it's
Nope.
fake. You're fired.
Yep.
You're fired.
That's what I love about that. Yeah, in the
Which Amelia almost heard that tonight. You're fired.
but I apologize.
So let's talk about that's all right. It's all good.
Yeah. And
Let's
speaking
talk
about
about
Donald
what
Trump
else we
and
got going
everything,
on.
we got
Take
the elections coming up on November 6th. We're going to do the pre-elections, and then November 7th, we're going to do the election results as they happen.
Well, yes, we are doing that, and I'm glad you said something because what we're doing on Monday, election eve, we're going to take the big races in the country,
Mhm.
and we're going to take the big races, and we're going to and there's a lot of races in the country right now. There's congressional races, Senate races, races for governor,
Yes,
a
Governor.
lot of governor races. New Jersey is one of those
Mhm.
states that's having that has a gubernatorial election. We also have, I believe, we have New Jersey's also, and Florida too. By the way,
Yes.
is
Mhm.
having Senate races.
Yes, Senate. Yes, I was going to.
So so New Jersey and Florida are going to have, and we're primarily we're going to concentrate on the states that we live in. So Amelia is going to tell what's going on in Florida. I will tell everybody what's going on in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And then we'll see what's happening across the country in the big national races.
Yeah.
Important Senate races. Who will be chosen for Speaker of the House?
Right, especially
That's a
that
big
one.
one. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I had to go change my voters registration because those idiots, whoever it was at they had me put as a Democrat. I'm like, y'all got this wrong. Can y'all change it and
Oh,
correct it,
did
please?
they? Oh,
Yeah.
I wish you would have saved that. Oh
hmm
man. Oh,
hmm
do I wish you would
Oh,
have
I think
saved.
I still have the card. I can make a
Do you?
photocopy of it. Yes.
Bring it on the show because we're going to
Okay.
show people
hmm
how they rig elections. That's how
hmm
they do it.
Yes.
Okay. They tried to do that to me. So you know what?
hmm
I don't vote no more.
Yeah.
I haven't voted since they tried to make me a Democrat. I'm not a
Yeah.
Democrat. I'll never be a Democrat. All right. Now, that will be on election eve. But now on election day, we have a special start time. We will be here at 6 p.m.
hmm
We're going 6 o'clock start because the polls, I think the polls close. I
Around
want to
8-ish or so,
say,
9.
you know what, Amelia, while we're on the air right now, why don't check that out
Okay.
for me and I'll tell everybody. We believe that the polls closed 7 or 8. I think it might be 8, but Amelia's going to tell us here in just a second. I know in New Jersey they close somewhere between 7 and 8. So I think we might be 8 o'clock or maybe 7 o'clock. I'm not sure. So what do they say, Amelia?
It says here election day. Let me take a look here.
Because New Jersey and Florida are the same. So what is it,
It says
Florida?
that the polls open between 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. here in Florida, so I'm
Okay,
pretty
so
sure
it's
that's gonna be
7.
the same.
I
hmm
was right then. Okay,
Yeah.
it's 7. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on the air at 6 o'clock. The polls will close 7 p.m. Polls close. Now, we're going to be here till probably 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that because we want to stick with the races that are always too close to call.
Oh, absolutely. And that's gonna be the governor. I'm pretty sure in the Senate they're gonna be the very closest ones.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. Is Ron DeSantis up for re-election?
From what I understand, I'm not really sure because I know he's trying to run for president, but
But he still has to run for governor.
yeah, he's still gonna be running for governor. Yes, one
So
more term. That's it.
he's either going to be re-elected or voted out.
I'm hoping he's voted out. To be honest with you.
Okay. I heard that from a lot of people in Florida.
Oh yes.
Yeah. The other thing about Ron DeSantis that we found out that a lot of people don't know, we found out that Ron DeSantis wears lifts in his shoes. He's short. He's like my size.
hmm
He's like 5'3", but he's got a 3-inch lift in his shoes that makes him 5'6".
And a lot of people are also questioning too if he's really human or something like that because they're like saying, "Look at his eyes," and there's like they have like
Oh,
he has
he's
like weird
human.
eyes.
Yeah, he's human. You know how I know?
Mm.
Because no robot in the world would be that stupid.
Well, we
Like
got one in
Joe
the White
Biden.
House.
That's how I know Joe Biden is real, because she's fucking stupid. I don't think anybody who has pride in their work is going to create a stupid robot.
Right.
Because if they did, Joe Biden takes the cake.
Yeah. Or ask permission to say something. Right.
Yeah. Since you're the president, since when you need permission to say something? Really?
Right.
That was the clincher for me, please. So, election day, we're going to be here till about 10 p.m. Between 9 and 10 anyway.
Yeah.
But I will be here till 10. Let's put it that way. Even though you might have to take off and go.
I'll be here as late as I can.
Yeah, well, you have to go, back, get your beauty rest, and because you got to work with the patients in the morning.
Oh my God, we did have patients today for patients. I tell you.
I'm sure, yeah. But I'll be here with Pastor Steve. He'll be with us all night.
And we also have the prophecies and revelations coming up on the 13th and 14th of November. We're gonna be doing another Bible.
No, we're actually not doing that. No,
well, that's something new. Then we're gonna be doing.
Yes, didn't we do Tamara Thorne and Alistair Cross?
That's gonna be on the 20th of November.
Oh, the 20th.
Yes.
So we are doing predictions and prophecies?
Yeah, we decided we were wanting to go ahead and do that on the
Oh,
13th and the 14th.
well, there you go. Okay, good. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Mhm.
Cool. So on the 20th and 21st, we are doing. And have you gotten a hold of?
I've left a message for Alistair, but it's just he'll return my call. I know he will. He's just busy still writing still another
Yeah,
book.
well, he's is always writing a book, so he's probably
Hmm.
got his face buried in paper,
Yep. I haven't had
or
phone
he's
number, so
or
he's
he's
just a couple
typing.
hours behind.
Yeah. Well, he's in California.
No, Utah actually.
Oh, he's in Utah.
Hmm.
Oh, close enough. He's still on the West Coast. 3
Right?
hours.
He's on the West Coast.
There you
Yep.
go.
Hmm.
Still the West Coast.
Yep.
Um. All right. Now, how about the Tamara Thorne? She's a hell of a writer.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
want they're going to come on, folks, because they write incredibly prolific horror and gothic stuff, and I love them to come on around Halloween. And if we can get them on here together, oh, that would be wonderful. Because the next night on November 21st, we're going to do a hard hitting look at a place in Philadelphia called Kensington. And they call it Emerald City. And I don't mean a happy place either. It's not a happy place. Emerald City is where you literally will see living zombies. They are so strung out on trans, on heroin, on anything you can put in a needle. They will shoot up anything you could put in the needle,
That's horrible.
including alcohol, bleach,
Mm,
rat poison. It doesn't matter what it is. And
that's
we're
horrible.
going to show you some video that may make you turn your head. And then again, you may be so entranced with it that you can't take your eyes off.
Right.
It's a scary, scary place, Kensington, PA. So, a word to the weak. If you
Stomachs too.
squeamish, if you are in any way faint of a heart or stomach,
Or have a
don't watch the
pacemaker,
show.
have a bad heart. Please don't watch that part
Yeah,
of the
don't
show.
watch it. I would prefer that you listen to it if you want, but don't watch the visual portion
Mhm.
of the show. Go right to the radio and listen. What else we got, Amelia? What's up after
So
Emerald?
far, that's what we have so far.
And that's and I have to tell everybody.
Mm.
I was telling everyone that I'm going to be interviewed by film director slasher Scotty McCoy
Mhm.
on October 30th. And that's going to be a nice treat. He's an interesting guy. He's a funny guy too. But on Halloween, October 31st, we're going to repeat a show that we did with Emmy award-winning actor, producer, writer, songwriter. He's the guy who writes the Academy Awards. His name is Bruce Valanche, and he spent 2 hours with Amelia and I one night and just answered every question we had.
Yes. Very,
So
very nice, humble guy, down to earth.
very, very humble guy, and it's got awards out the yin yang,
Mhm.
like every kind of award. And by the way, you can still see him today on reruns of the
Mhm.
Hollywood Squares,
Yes.
and he was the center square, the very prestigious center square. The other thing that we're going to do, we have a very special guest coming back in December. On December 15th, television star actor Johnny Whitaker will be back here for another episode, and a very special one because it's his birthday.
Yes.
He's coming here on his birthday. How about that? Did we score a coup?
He did.
Yep. That's Friday. It's a very special day, very special time. Friday at 7 p.m., December 15th. Actor, singer, producer Johnny Whitaker. Also, let's add drug counselor to that,
Yes.
because he's a guy who really walked away from acting. He once in a while he'll still do an acting job, but
Hmm.
as he told us, Amelia, not so much like he used to.
No.
He's more
It,
concentrating his energy and his thought processes on getting people better, making
absolutely.
them well, getting them off of drugs and alcohol, and he shared his very personal story with us. That was a really interesting
Very
story.
much so. It caught me in tears too, and it was hard to continue, but I held back to finish interviewing him. It was so hard to hear his
Yeah.
story.
Well, and it is hard, but you know what? We are emotional people, and sometimes
Hmm.
we just have to let our emotions out.
Hmm. It was.
Um,
And he wants to help people because he saw a
yeah.
lot of that growing up in Hollywood, and he's like, you
Oh
know
my
what?
God, yes. Well, think about it.
Hmm.
His co-star died
Yes.
at 18.
And that's
The
why
little girl that played Buffy,
yeah, and that's why he said
Anisha
to him,
Jones,
hmm,
died at a party,
yes, at a party.
drug-fueled party,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
And
and
her
he
boyfriend was with her, and he did nothing to help her.
nothing. He was so strung up on drugs himself that he just like forgot where she was. Pretty much, he said.
They were.
Yeah.
They were like in La La Land,
Hmm. Yeah.
completely out. They were strung out. They were in another world, man. They were in another zone, to
Hmm.
the point where she died. He didn't even know she was dead.
Nope.
Tried to wake her up the next morning, and she was
No.
stiff. She wouldn't move.
Yep. And so that's why he decided to get out of acting, pretty much, and just decided to go and help
Yeah,
people.
as I said, once in a while,
Yeah. He'll make
not
appearance or
often.
so.
It's not often, but if a good part comes along,
Hmm.
they'll take it. It all depends.
Hmm.
First of all, what they say: never say never to the
Never.
money,
Right.
especially if they're paying you good money.
Exactly.
But anyway, what else we got coming up?
We have actually a brand new show coming up in January.
I was going to ask you. You've been holding on to a secret here. Um, the whole time we're talking here, you've been holding on to a secret. What's coming up? And tell everybody what you got going, and how can the viewers help you?
Well,
And how can I help you?
we're going to be bringing back the wrestling show, but we're going to it's going to have a different name to a different twist. I'm going to be the host, and I'm actually looking for a co-host. I
Hmm.
need somebody that is up to date with the wrestling today, and of course with the wrestling from back in the day, my day, the 70s, 80s wrestling era, specifically like the Von Erichs, Hernandez, Tully Blanchard, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, those kind of wrestling from back then. Triple
I think
H.
we have we've settled on the name Ring the Bell with the Pitbull,
Yes.
Amelia the Pitbull Chapman.
Hmm.
Ring the Bell. So
And
that's the name of the show.
this will be an hour show that we'll talk about wrestling. And this is, of course, a non-paying gig, so don't expect to get paid because it's not.
Nope, nobody gets paid here.
Mm-mm.
You know why? Because I don't get paid.
Right.
I don't get paid. It means you don't get paid.
And we're going to do this for fun and to talk about wrestling. It's a
Well,
passion.
we have sponsors on the show which say, "Oh well, how come I can't get paid if you have sponsors?" Because our sponsors don't give me money.
No.
They give me something more valuable than money. They give me exposure.
Yes.
They advertise us. We advertise them.
Ties them. Yes.
That's how it works around here.
So
We scratch their back, they scratch our back.
So if you're interested in becoming my co-host, right there, Angelo will be the one to decide and help me decide.
Oh no, absolutely not. Let me change this, folks. Let me tell Amelia Washington.
I'm just kidding. He doesn't want anything to do with wrestling. I just thought I'd throw that in.
Let me. What like Ricky Ricardo used to say. Let me explain, Lucy. Okay, so here's the deal, and I want everybody to listen carefully. It's important.
Yes.
Okay. This is the one thing. If you watch the show, you know that I micromanage like a madman, and I have my fingers in everything.
A little bit.
This is smart ass. I'm gonna get. That's where I'm gonna get. I do micromanage a lot. However, this is the one thing that I said to Amelia. This is your puppy. I am not going to tell you what to do. Even my wife doesn't think that I can stay out of this. I said, watch me. I put Amelia in charge. Watch me. Right? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I am not going to interfere. I'm going to produce the show. I'm going to do your graphics. I'm going to do your commercials. And that's it. You won't hear a peep out of me. Unless it's to correct somebody that's wrong.
Right. And another thing,
The only time you're going to hear me.
This is going to be a wrestling show, not a sports entertainment, because wrestling is not sport entertainment.
This is not sports entertainment. It's professional wrestling.
Right.
And Amelia is going to cover independent wrestling, national wrestling. She's going to cover AEW, WWE, MLW, Ring of Honor, if they're still around. I don't even know if they're still around. Because I haven't heard of them in so long.
I don't think they are. I haven't heard of them.
Yeah. Just to show you how long I've been out of the wrestling business, I don't know what companies are still around.
Yeah. I stopped watching
WWE and AEW. That's all I know.
Yeah. To get what's going on and everything with the world and the wrestling and what I still want to keep the wrestling that we knew back when my day alive, because I want people to know what wrestling was like, what was really like back in the day.
That was my slogan for Wrestling with the Future is the way wrestling used to be.
Yes. And I want to keep that part of that, because Wrestling with the Future was, when I came in as a guest on the show, that's what I was. And I loved your slogan. I loved the way you had everything. And I want to bring some of that back.
Well, it'll be very much like you remember Wrestling with the Future.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a different name. We have retired Wrestling with the Future, but we still own it. It is still our brand. It is my brand.
It'll be the umbrella. My show will be the umbrella with that show.
Yeah.
So.
Amelia's show will fall under mine because I will own it. And because that's just the way things are here. The other thing is, and I want to make sure people understand this, Amelia will make the decision, but here's what you have to do. You've got to email us your interest, your qualifications, why you think you'd be a great host. I want your name, your email, and some background. And here's what I want you to do. And you send it to Amelia Pitbull Chapman at the following email address. What's the Buzz Popcast? Popcast. What's the Buzz Popcast at gmail.com. Make it to attention Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. And tell Amelia why she should pick you to do the show with. I will have no say in who gets the job. So you guys that will maybe try to bribe me or give me money or send me food.
Or coffee, decaf coffee.
Or my favorite candy. Forget it. I'm not budging. Okay? I want you just to send your email, send your interest in the show, little bit about you. What's the Buzz Popcast at gmail.com. Make it to attention, Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman.
And why are you so passionate about wrestling? Why are you so passionate about wrestling?
Why should she pick you? Why are you special? And don't say because you're handsome or you're cute. Because puppy dogs are cute too.
Right.
All right. So, Amelia.
Yes.
What other qualifications are you looking for in a host?
Just that, like I said, you're knowledgeable. You are very talkative. You're very clear with your words, well spoken, and I do not like anyone smoking on the show.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing.
Mhm.
We have a no smoking policy here.
And no eating or drinking unless it's like during a commercial or anything like that.
Unless you're drinking coffee from a Biden Fetterman cup.
Right? Yeah, unless you're drinking coffee from there. But yeah, please, because we want to make sure it's a professional show, and I want to keep everyone still in the loop of wrestling.
Yeah, you can have a water bottle. You can have your coffee. You can have a water bottle like this. I drink out of the big one.
Mm-hmm.
You should be talking.
Yeah,
When
and
I'm
also,
drinking, you should be talking.
but also I was thinking else what else we should say. Also, like I was saying, you want to be very talkative. You want to be very clear with your words. And if I start to get upset or anything like that, you should know that's because you are not talkative or not
Yeah.
very clear with your words. Or if you say something, I will expect Angelo to come in and clarify what you're saying or
Yeah.
correct you.
Or beat the shit out of you.
Right?
Yes. Verbally.
Verbally.
But here's the thing. We are going to bring back as only I swear to you, only as a last resort will I do this to fill in. But I'm not doing this permanently. I
Right.
promise you.
But we
Because
want to have fun.
I don't want to be like Michael Corleone in The Godfather, who says, "Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back
I
in."
hate wrestling. Why did you have to put me back in? Right? No, but no, we
Yeah.
want to have fun. I want to
Well,
make this
it's
a
not
fun
that I
show.
hate it. Let me clarify.
Not hate it, but it's like you've been doing it for so
I've
long that
done
you
it
want to
for
do
so
something different.
long. Amelia, I'm 64 years. I'm going to be 65 years old. Okay, I've been involved in professional wrestling one way or another
No?
for 57 years. Excuse me, I'm sorry, 56 years.
No?
Of course, I was a little kid. I watched it. I was a fan. I watched it.
Yes.
I grew up watching it. And then I worked in the business. And then I owned a promotion. Then I worked for a big promotion. And then I worked for a bigger promotion. Okay, I've been around.
Yeah?
All you got to do is watch the old Wrestling with the Future shows. I've been around.
Yeah, I was a fan since I was like 4 years old, and then continue becoming a fan and just get more involved in who was what and what was going on
Yeah.
with wrestling, and then all of a sudden I became a guest on your show, and it took off from there.
Yeah, and your first episode, I understand, is going to be a tribute to Texas wrestling featuring the Von Erich movie.
Yes, the Iron Claw that's going to be coming out on December 22nd. Then they've already done the trailer.
And I'm going to go see it in the movies. Because I tell you what, I got to look at the trailer. I actually have a couple of trailers that I saw.
Yes.
And because there's like 3 of them out right now. I saw 2 of them. And it looks like it's going to be a good movie.
It is. Whoever wrote that movie did a really great job, and with Kevin Von Erich being a part of that.
Kevin Von Erich had
a lot to do with it.
Yeah, big hand in it. Chavo Guerrero, who is a hell of a wrestler, did all of the wrestling training for the actors.
He did a fantastic job from what the movie.
Actors, yeah. And he put them through the mill.
Yes, he did.
Because Zac Efron had to get buffed up for this.
Yeah,
movie.
did you see that? Those muscles. I was like, wow, he had to really.
I know. So you can't say the word muscles near Amelia.
No, I mean, think about it. Even the guy that plays the David, they kind of look a lot similar, but I mean, even the way they portrayed them, makes you think that they're really the Von Erichs. You're like, wow, am I stepping back in time?
Well, that was the whole idea.
Yeah.
That was the whole idea. Absolutely, of course.
Yeah, sad part is that the Sportatorium has been torn down and it's no longer there.
I know. I would love to know what they used for the Sportatorium.
Yeah.
I want to know what arena, what building they used. Because whatever building they used was fucking great.
Yes, it was.
It looked like the old Dallas Sportatorium. They had another Sportatorium, Amelia, in Florida. Did you know that?
Isn't that where they were doing the training for a lot of the wrestlers?
Hollywood, Florida.
Mhm.
They had an actual sportatorium in Hollywood, Florida. And no, it was Eddie Graham had a part of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we could talk about, I'm sure we'll talk about
Mhm.
Florida wrestling at some
Yeah,
point.
because I know that they have the training one here in Tampa where they do all the training.
Well, no, that's the WWE Performance Center.
Yeah,
No, I'm going back to like the 60s
back in
and
the
70s.
60s, 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, you were just like an embryo at the time. Yeah. Yeah, you were. I don't think you might have been able to say "mama."
Right. But I remember when I was like a little girl and I was like looking up like this and I saw Bruiser Brody and I was like, hello.
Oh
Big
yeah,
old thing.
Bruiser Brody. Yeah, we're gonna. We know. See, I know Bruiser Brody's wife, Barbara.
Mhm.
We're gonna bring. You let me know who you want. We'll get him on.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
You and I are going to. Of course, we have to discuss everything, but sure,
Yes. Hmm.
folks. That's about it. We just kind of wanted to come on here and tell you everything what's going on here, what we're doing, and anything else, Amelia? Have I left anything out?
No, just that we're going to be getting into some serious stuff, non-serious stuff, and our new show coming up in January. And I know that Angela's going to be doing something new himself, and
Yeah.
we just want to have fun on our show, the wrestling show. It's going to be serious but fun, and I know Angela's going to be doing something different.
Yeah, I'm basically going to take a more aggressive approach toward politics and religion. Pastor Steve Kwiatkowski has agreed to stay on with us as my on-air partner.
That's
I
fantastic.
thought it was time for Amelia to have her own spotlight. So Amelia and I are going to be separated on air for a little bit. Because I got a feeling, I just got this funny feeling in my bones that I'm going to end up back calling wrestling. I got this funny thing in my head, just got me like the little angel on my shoulder is going.
I might have you as a guest. How's that?
The little angel on my shoulder is going. Be good, Angelo. Be good. And then this little devil on this shoulder is going, fuck it. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
He's got me on both sides.
No shit. Yeah, right? On that note, you're in so much trouble. Poor Amelia the Pitbull Chapman, the pain in the arse. I am the Mad Dog, Angelo DeCipio. Everybody take care. God bless, and we'll see you. Bye-bye.